Rob Westervelt, editor of IHS Chemical Week, welcoming you to the 2017 IHS Markit World Petrochemical Conference. And I'm delighted to be joined this morning by Gary Donovan, who is Senior VP, Business Development and Strategy for Fluor. Gary, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Obviously, a lot of the U.S. Gulf is again the center of the center of expansion activity for the U.S. industry.
Right.
And how are E&C firms and the industry itself managing the build now that we're in a probably close to the peak or near the peak of the cycle? We have 3 or 4 projects progressing. And how is industry and E&C firms managing this?
Sure. Well, there's as you're well aware, there's a lot of activity, which is very exciting. We're getting through kind of the build for the first wave. Lots of excitement, I think, with the startup of several plants. It takes years in the planning and organization to complete a project. So now it's really the kind of the fruits of all the labor are I think going to be enjoyed by the industry.
Yeah. And what have been the challenges? There's been some talk of delays, and in your mind, what are the key challenges?
Yeah, it's it's really kind of building at an unprecedented scale. These projects are very, very large, very complex, and the level of concurrent projects really has stretched the whole infrastructure. It's stretched the labor capacity, and frankly, we've had to do a whole lot of craft training and a lot of supervisory training for the field workers. Just the level of skills just weren't available when we started this big build, but we're actively working to build those skills back up.
Okay. And for the rest of this first wave and the second wave, do you see costs coming? What's the cost environment like? Do you see that moderating, coming down, or staying about the same?
Yeah, right now, there's probably not a better time to build. Commodity prices are low, very, very good opportunities to buy globally and take advantage of very good pricing. I think the other thing that we're seeing though is a real interest in applying some new and creative ways to drive capital efficiency, and I think that's going to be the biggest opportunity for us to make a step change in the second wave.
Okay. What are the key lessons learned? What are those opportunities?
Yeah, clearly the biggest risk in these large projects is the work at site. Yeah. And so really lessons learned are how to be creative, how to be well planned in order to reduce that peak labor at site. And so we're applying many techniques. First one is reduce the kit. So we're working actively with our clients to kind of rationalize the scope, build only what's necessary, be very smart about that. But we're also employing some really advanced techniques in taking work off site, in modularization to a very, very complete level, and I think that's going to be the big breakthrough for the industry as we get into the second wave.
Great. And final question: any other thoughts on how to improve capital efficiency for these projects? Yeah,
and really what's interesting, what we're seeing now, Rob, in the second wave is we're being invited in much earlier to work with our clients. We're helping them shape the scope. We're challenging the basis. We're bringing in some really interesting ideas that reduce the kit dramatically. So I think that's really the critical part. Get involved early. Think about managing the risks, and with the risks being in the field, think about constructability. Think about how we're going to fabricate, and set up the whole execution to allow you to manage that risk in the field.
Great, Gary. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Great.